I'm so great. Thank you. I'm in Nashville. I've been here since March. I came to finish my album that I'm working on, and obviously the world sort of stopped and we had to stay inside. So that's where I'm at. Thank goodness I'm here with my best friend Donnie, because we're keeping each other very sane as much as possible. But yeah, I'm in Nashville.
How amazing. What a cool place to be. What's it like there right now?
Well, the people, I have the nicest neighbors. Literally, like, when they make anything, they cook anything, they bring it over. They watch our packages. They're just like everybody. I'm from Florida originally, so I know what Southern hospitality is, and I missed it. Everybody in LA, not to say that there aren't wonderful, nice people, but like, there's something very different about the South, for sure. It's kind of gloomy today, but when it's rainy and when it's sunny and not raining, it's so beautiful here. The trees and the rolling hills, and it's lovely.
Now, I thought you were on lockdown in LA, so it's a lot better for you in Nashville because you are making your record.
Yeah, right. So I'm not sort of stuck in a place where I really can't do anything, even though everything's, remote and virtual at this point. But yes, I think they started to allow 4 to 5 people into a studio with masks, but with, distance. So I think we're going to start to get back in the studio in a couple weeks.
Amazing. You must be so happy.
Yeah, I feel like, gosh, what am I doing? Like, but then I think everybody feels that way. Like, everybody feels like, what am I doing? I should be productive. I should be doing this. But there really isn't anything we can do if we can't do anything.
So true. But during this time, though, have you used it to kind of work on music, or what have you kind of been up to?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of meditation, a lot of self-reflection, some journaling, really just like feeling my feelings. And I think because my life, gratefully, has been so busy, I felt the feelings when I had a second to sort of stop, but now I'm forced to, and I'm like, oh, okay, there are some things I have still yet to contend with that are coming up for me, and then having to deal with everything else that's going on, it can get complicated. But for me, it's just really like, thank God I'm healthy, and I can self-reflect, and I can sort of work more on the self-care. Like, I joke, but it took me a pandemic to like take my vitamins consistently. Like, yeah, the self-care thing is something that I have to work on. And I'm grateful that I have this time to sort of to do that. And yeah, it's waves of emotions for sure.
Are you sort of applying the self-reflection and then the emotions that you're going through and the things that are coming up? Are you applying that to your music and to the album?
Oh, sure. We have 5 songs done that we will release as an EP before the album. And some of it is, a lot of the songs we have written, we just haven't recorded, but I think I have a lot of material as far as ideas go for the stuff that we're going to, come to be writing pretty soon. But yeah, most of the music is just my life experiences, and, from coming out of a breakup to the other side of self-care, and like doing the things that I want to do for myself. And yeah, art imitating life, of course. Yeah.
And while you're doing that, are you sort of, lots of different artists are trying to get innovative right now, and I know you guys are probably no longer on lockdown, but doing things virtually. So are you working with other artists, or like talking to other artists about appearing on the album?
We've chatted with my label about who I'd love to have on a song or two, and yeah, we'll see. Everybody's so busy and doing their own projects, so we'll see what ends up happening. But I do have, a bit of a bucket list of people, and yeah, fingers crossed.
Who's on your wish list?
I love Dan and Shay. I love them. I love Chris Stapleton so much. There are a couple of really wonderful ladies. Kaylee Hammock, who I'm obsessed with, and Lainey Wilson, who is a dear friend and a writer that we wrote a song that'll be on the EP. I love Hosier. I love Leon Bridges. Who knows what's going to actually happen, but we'll see.
I hope you get all of them.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
Talking to God, right?
Yeah, exactly. Dear God.
You're
yeah,
single.
yeah, exactly.
But do you have an album name yet, or have you decided on one?
I don't have an album name yet, but I think I'm gonna title the EP the Feel Good EP, and that's really, I mean, it's there's a song called Feel Good that we wrote, and it's really about coming out on the other side of something, like I was saying, and just realizing what makes me feel good and what I want to do for myself, because so much of my life has been about other people, and not because they begged me to, but because I made it about other people. And whether it was because I didn't want to see what was going on with myself, or that was sort of the lot that I thought was in, that I had in my life. But I'm like, oh yeah, like we got to do what we want to do for ourselves and what makes us happy, regardless. And so that's the impetus really behind the song that we wrote, and then the EP